to help keep connected in an ever-changing and different world. And if you are someone that is still struggling with an aging computer, one that is really not up to the challenge, one that's not allowing you to stream and FaceTime and utilize your webcam, we've got a great computer for you tonight from Lenovo. And we're talking about one that has been very popular. I believe this month, Erica, you said 1,100 ordered just this month, is that right? 1,100. And what you're also going to be excited about is an opportunity to really make this your go-to machine when it comes to all the shopping you're doing online, all the social media you're doing online, the communicating that you're doing online. And we have 3 color choices for you tonight. We have this beautiful silver, 250 of those to go around, and I believe the silver is the one that is shipping fewer than a dozen that can ship now. Correct? And in the dark blue, we have 250 that can ship immediately, but pink just sold out completely of everything that we can ship. No more pink whatsoever. Now, it's also important to remember that this is coming to you with lots of services and software, but Lenovo is the #1 manufacturer of traditional PCs in the world for 2019, and we have included lots and lots of great extras. Now, in addition to the computer itself and all the other great bells and whistles, the services and software, if you were to buy all of this separately at retail, you'd be looking at $714.40. We are $354.42 less, and then with the free shipping and handling, we're saving you almost $368. This is an extraordinary machine, one that is truly going to take you through everything that you need in this very busy time of telecommuting, working from home, doing social media, connecting with people anywhere around the world. This becomes your go-to machine. Now, it's also a great lightweight laptop available in this 14-inch size. Joining us now, I believe live via Skype, is Michael Padula, who is one of our electronic experts. Joins us tonight to tell us more about Lenovo. Michael, we hope that you and yours are safe.
Thank you, David. Thank you very much. Same to you and the QVC fam. I will see you soon. As soon as this all wraps up, we'll be back there together in QVC Studio Park. But yeah, I'm coming to you from home tonight.
Well, that's exciting. We're glad to have you, and we echo your sentiments. Let's talk a bit about Lenovo. Tell us about the brand.
Sure. So Lenovo is a fantastic brand that's been around for about 3 decades now. They have their hand in basically every piece of consumer technology that's out there. We're talking tablets and readers and laptops, phones. They are a brand that cares very much about the user experience. That's one thing I find probably my favorite thing about the brand is that they really design with you in mind. And the Lenovo 14-inch S340 is a perfect example of that. It is top of the line equipment, and it's designed easy to use, fun to use, and it's got a whole lot of fun bells and whistles.
So let's talk a bit about the specs if we can, Michael. And I think for a lot of people, they want to know what's under the hood of this engine, or under the hood of this car. So let's go ahead and pop the hood and tell everybody what's going on in terms of the specs.
For sure. So first and foremost, I think the most important to talk about the hard drive. If you don't know a whole lot about machines, about laptops, that's totally fine. You know that it's got what's called a hard drive inside of it, which is kind of the brains of the operation. So what's great about the Lenovo S340 is that it has a solid state drive, which is the newest and latest way for a machine to start by booting up and then for it to use its memory and energy to toggle between different applications. And basically what that means is if you've got one thing running, another thing running, another thing running, your hard drive is going to be able to enable that. So solid state drive comes with the Lenovo S340 as opposed to an older hard drive which used moving parts. It had these prongs and pins and whistles inside of it that used to heat up, generated a lot of heat. You'd have your laptop on your lap, and that's why it would get super hot, and you'd hear the fan blowing. That doesn't happen anymore, not with the S340 because it has that solid state drive. We've also got plenty of, a couple of things you want under the hood, and we can just keep it very simple. You want it to be reliable. It's got an Intel Pentium Gold processor, which without going into too much details, it's gold. It's top of the line. It was created to adapt to different applications, being open at the same time. It's got plenty of memory. You could literally store tens of thousands of songs on your machine. You could store probably about 4 to 5, possibly even more, depending on what resolution you were storing, full-length movies, music, songs, photos, again, tens of thousands. You can have games on here so that when grandkids come over, when we see them, they can play on our machine. So we've got plenty of space, we've got plenty of memory, and we've got top-of-the-line insides that make sure that your experience with this is going to be super fun.
Now, Michael, we mentioned right off the top of the presentation that pink sold out as we were coming on the air. We only had a handful left in the silver that could ship right away, and that silver choice has now moved to advanced orders. So silver is now shipping out on April 7th. And fewer than 200 that we can ship out on that date. And then in the dark blue, we're still shipping immediately, but we've got about 250 to go around there. Important for everyone to know, too, that this has all the bells and whistles that they're looking for in a fully featured lightning-fast computer. I think for a lot of folks, maybe they're upgrading from an old dinosaur desktop or even an old laptop that's really outdated, that is too slow, takes too long to boot up in the morning, and also locks up at the most inconvenient times. Let's talk a little bit about the machine, and I've actually called up a video of you, I think probably one of the last
I was going to say,
here.
I feel like I've seen that guy before.
He
David,
looks
the guy on the
familiar.
machine right there.
You look familiar.
He does.
Different color sweater, but I think it's probably the same guy.
Can't
quite place him. I know, yeah, it's familiar. So talk to us about the machine itself. Let's talk about webcam. Yeah. Let's talk about some of the different bells and whistles.
Sure. Okay, so biggest bell and whistle that I want to just jump right to is a lot of you are afraid. And when I say you, I mean my mom, for instance, my aunt, for instance, afraid of a new machine because they say, well, I'm used to the old one, even though it's slow, I know how to operate it, and I'm just afraid of a new machine because I don't know if I'm going to have questions or not know what to do with it. With your Lenovo laptop, you get 1 year of Lenovo Premium Care. And what that means is with a call, with a chat, with an email, you're going to speak to an advanced Lenovo technician who's going to walk you through any issues that you have with hardware, which means part of the machine, or software, one of the apps that you download. Let's say you don't know how to hook up your printer. That's a very, very simple question. You shouldn't be afraid of asking it. But a wireless printer these days on a wireless machine, there's going to be some questions. 1 year of 24/7 access to an advanced technician who's going to walk you through any such problems that comes with the machine. It's such a bell and a whistle. I wanted to make sure to get to that right off the top of the bat.
Exactly.
Next,
yes, please.
we talked about the inside. Sorry, David.
No, you're good. Please.
Okay. We talked about the inside of the machine. Few things I want to talk about the outside of the machine because they're really, really worth noting. So thin, narrow bezels. You don't know what a bezel means, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's kind of a fancy word for a frame, something that holds the screen of your machine. I'm trying to get my machine in this shot. Forgive me, everyone. There we go. That's doing pretty well. Okay, so we're talking mere millimeters right here. Millimeters that's separating the outside of this machine from the screen, which means that the picture quality is not only great because it's an anti-glare 1080p backlit screen, it goes all the way to the edges. It's got 3 super narrow bezels, frames, on this machine. Takes the experience all the way to the edge, makes it a beautiful, beautiful picture. I'm going to show a little picture gallery here in just a moment. But also, while we're talking about the front of the machine, of course, we have a front-facing web camera, right? Now we're all at home. We're talking to family members via the web, whether it be Skype or FaceTime or whatever that may be. More than ever are we talking with our families these ways. So what Lenovo has done, and like I said, they love to build for the consumer. They love to think about what you need and what you want. What they've done is they've placed a privacy shutter right on the top here in front of the camera. So remember how years ago we found out that, unfortunately, there were bad people out there who were logging into our machines and getting a hold of information in our machines. And so we had to put tape or a Band-Aid or a sticky note up in front of our machine. Well, you don't have to do that anymore. It's got a little tab that slides over and it completely blocks the camera so that nobody that you don't want watching you can watch you. Imagine if the grandkids are using your machine and watching a movie. You never have to worry about anybody kind of looking in and seeing anything they're not supposed to be seeing. Also, now that we're working at home so much, lots of mishaps. People have been using types of communication via the webcam, and people have been leaving it on and walking away and then walking back in front of it maybe after they changed. And so anything that nobody needs to see, they're not going to see because we have a privacy shutter right on the front on top of the narrow bezels of the machine. The keyboard is backlit. Again, I tried to show this the last time. Oh, good. I'm doing a good job. I think you can
we
see
can see it, sure.
So you have the whole keyboard is lit up. So not only do you have this beautiful, giant, soft touch keyboard, it's backlit. So if the lights are low, if somebody's watching TV and you're on your machine, you don't hear the chiclet keys anymore. And you also can see what you're doing. I always think that we like to have our machines close to us, whether it's on the sofa or in the recliner or even in bed. Listen, we sometimes we pick up our machines when we're in bed. If he's watching the news and you want to keep shopping on QVC, well, now you have your soft touch keys and your backlit keyboard. Big giant trackpad on the bottom, so you can click around with ease. It's designed with you in mind. Again, like David said earlier, less than 5 pounds. It's super lightweight. You want it to be light and portable. That's probably one of the top 3 things you want in a laptop is not only portability, and by that I just mean you're willing to pick it up and bring it with you anywhere throughout the house. And this one at under 4 pounds is definitely something that you would consider very, very portable and light. The colors, David, it doesn't surprise me one bit that the rose gold is gone because it's a beaut. It is a good looking laptop. I love my silver. Navy blue is also beautiful, but it doesn't surprise me that the rose gold is gone.
True story. And we should let everyone know that we have QCard 12-month special financing. Now, how does that work? We'll approve the full sale price of $359.98 on your QCard and then give you 12 months to pay it off. You'll do 2 things for me. You'll make each of your monthly minimum payments on time, paying off the entire amount within 12 months, which means you'll be charged 0 interest, and that's same as cash. There are a lot of you out there right now who are really being very good about staying at home, adhering to social distancing guidelines, not wanting to go out of the home unless you just have to, but the computer you're using probably is woefully underprepared for as much use as you're putting it through right now. It's time for an upgrade, but going out may not be an option for you right now. This is an option for you to have this delivered straight to your door. Now, not a brand X computer, this is Lenovo, and we're excited to be able to partner with this great brand, bringing you this beautiful computer either in the silver, which is now shipping April 7th, 200 to go around there, or the dark blue, which is shipping immediately, and now fewer than 200 to go around in the dark blue. Now, this is our final presentation of the month. We've had a very busy month with this machine and over 1,200 ordered since we kicked it off earlier this month. Let's take a look at our value again one time before we say goodbye to Michael, and just let you know that if sold separately, $714.40. We are $354.42 less. And with that free shipping and handling tonight, nearly $368 less. So, busy night, a lot going on. We want to thank Michael joining us live via Skype in New York. Michael, a real pleasure to meet you tonight and have you on the air with us.
Thanks so much, David. Very much appreciated. We'll see you soon.
Okay, be well. All right, so as we wrap up here, we do want to let you know we've got a lot more coming up in our show tonight, including my honey of a deal coming up. We're less than 10 minutes away from those Life is Good mugs. But before we get there, we've got some event pricing for you from one of our favorite brands in beauty.
Oh, honey, thank you so much. It's actually Doll 10, created by Doris Dalton.